everyone. I thought I would speak a little bit about proprioception and the importance of proprioception, especially for those who have had, knee replacement, hip replacement, or some surgery or a bad injury. Sometimes the brain and the place in the body, those sensory receptors kind of get disconnected, and it's hard for the brain to locate. It's just like when you think about it, if you close your eyes for a second and hold your palms out and close your eyes, you can be aware of where your hands are, right? Because hands we use all the time. So there's a really good, clear connection from the brain to the hands. But if I say, bring your attention or your awareness to the middle of your back, that might be a little bit harder to find for the brain to kind of be like, oh, what's happening there? Where is it exactly? Or, behind one of your knees or something like that. Someplace that's kind of less used or offline, as it were. When we have a replacement, a knee replacement surgery or a hip or something like this, it's kind of like you've gone into that room in your house that has the spotty Wi-Fi. All those sensory messages are still strong and still there, but now we have that room where the Wi-Fi, the signal isn't as strong, and so that message of what's happening there and how much pressure to use, or when I step out, how much pressure to use, or what angle is my knee at, all of those things kind of get a little bit fuzzy and foggy for the brain. And that can pose some risk for that person injuring themselves further. So practicing proprioception, which is simply practicing noticing where your body is in space, is really important. Proprioception is the thing that we use, that when we sit down in the chair, we don't have to look because we know where our body is and where the chair is. And the brain is so smart, it just knows exactly how to land you safely and properly. If your proprioception is off, you may wobble or you may stumble or fall and have a lot more difficulty with your balance as well. So with the example of the person that has had the knee replacement surgery, let's go with that one. What I would suggest to get the Wi-Fi back on and have that signal nice and strong, one would be just to actually massage or touch that knee area, just to kind of tell the brain, here's the knee, here's where it is. And you could massage, you could notice the touch of your hand in the area. So notice that area being touched. And I would also suggest closing your eyes and doing it both ways, eyes open, eyes closed, and just even saying to the brain, here is my knee, here is my right knee. I would do that to kind of strengthen that signal of where it is and what's happening in that area. Another thing you could do is even just sliding the foot out and in, but really drawing your attention. And again, you could close your eyes. That would bring even more attention for the brain to notice the movement of the bend, the flexion and the extension of that knee area. Another would be just to either sitting or standing with your feet on the floor and just noticing the weight of your body in your feet, especially standing, noticing, is the weight more to one side or the other, more forward or back? Is the good leg compensating for the one that's had the injury or the surgery? And noticing what your pelvis is doing, noticing coming up, noticing what the shoulders are doing. Everything's connected. So when there's been an injury, it's very common to see compensation and other muscles, other tendons coming in to try and help where in spite of the injury being there, help take over. But the problem with that is when you have rehabilitated and that the injury is no longer, we have to be aware that the body is still in that compensatory pattern. So there's just a few things to try: massaging, closing the eyes, touching the area wherever it is, a little bit of movement, but bringing the awareness in. And also just when you're standing or sitting, noticing your feet planted on the floor. Where are they planted? Where is the rest of your body in relation to, in that case, the knee area? I hope that helps. Give it a try.